Welcome back. Well, the winter weather system we've been talking about all week has finally made it to Colorado and is beginning to impact western Colorado as we speak. You notice that big moisture stream coming off the California coast there has made its way into western Colorado. Pretty decent amounts of moisture again with this system. Much of this system is going to get hung up into the high terrain though as it continues to move out. So here's how things are looking right now. That big area of low pressure that moved in off of the California coast, that's what's helping to pull all the moisture right in front of this colder air. That colder air kind of helps provide the lift needed to kick off some of the flurry activities. So here's how things are going to play out for us. Now notice this is going to be a pretty quick moving system, all thanks to northerly winds. If we would have seen a more southerly wind out of this thing, this guy could have stalled out on us and really pelted us with some snowfall. But the northerly winds, yeah, it's going to cool things down a little bit. They're going to help, though, when it comes to the speed of this storm. So again, it's going to continue to track in tonight. Early morning hours Sunday, that's when that colder air is going to be impacting the I-25 corridor. As the evening progresses, Sunday morning, that area of low pressure is going to be planted right over top of basically the Springs all the way down to Trinidad. That's going to create kind of a donut hole for the snow. So in other words, we're going to see the most snow up to our north because it's wrapping that moisture over top of that area of low pressure. As it continues to track off east, we're going to see a little more snow kick up along the I-25 corridor. Looks like a patch of rain from Pueblo down to Walsenburg. So again, hazardous travel, especially into the mountains tomorrow. So just plan a little extra time. So again, 11 a.m. Sunday. That area of low pressure is going to be off to our east, but that's still going to wrap some flurries around over top of us, all right? Once that system completely moves out of the area by Sunday night, we will still see some lingering flurries Sunday evening into Monday, so do keep that in mind. And central United States is going to get absolutely hammered with this system. It's going to pick up some of that Gulf moisture and really, really impact the area. So again, moving out Sunday night, but kind of lingering in through Monday. Once it's all said and done, let's break down these accumulations for us. Again, heaviest band is going to be to our north and getting caught up into the mountains. There's kind of that donut hole we were talking about. About 4 to 8 inches expected throughout the Monument region. As we move a little bit further south here into the Springs, expect 1 to 3, especially on the northern end of town. About 2 to 4 in between Cripple Creek and Woodland Park. Still further south, just off of the mountains by Pueblo, about 4 to 8 inches. Could see heavier amounts even up to a foot in some of these mountain ranges, so do keep that in mind. Again, mountain passes is where you really got to keep the eye out, and about 6 to 12 into the southern mountain ranges. And as we range pretty much from Alamosa to Walsenburg, those are the mountains we really want to keep our eye on as that system moves through. And can't rule out a trace of snow throughout eastern Colorado, or I should say southeastern Colorado, as this system moves through. But the heaviest impacts, again, into the mountains, so we're kind of skirting by a lot of the heaviest impacts. As for lows tonight, cooling down to pretty much the 30s all across the board. Mid-30s into eastern Colorado, 30 here into the Springs, here into Pueblo, 31. 20s and teens into the high terrain, and tomorrow only warming up about 10 degrees on average from overnight lows. Here into Pueblo, 45, into the Springs, 40 degrees, a few low 40s out into eastern Colorado, and the 20s and 30s into the mountains. So here's how the next 7 days plays out for us. We're looking at, again, 40 degrees, snow pretty much lingering on Sunday. Now that will cut out periodically, might see some rain mixed with snow with those temperatures just above freezing. Monday right now looks to be the coldest day, and then we're looking at the 40s consistently after that. But notice by Wednesday and next week, we have another system. Yeah, that one's going to be making landfall this weekend about on the California coast. Probably about Monday it'll start moving into California, impacting our area by Wednesday. 45 tomorrow in Pueblo. Snow flurries likely. Not nearly the accumulation in Pueblo than what we'll see here into the Springs. And then the teens and 20s for overnight lows. And like I said, not really regaining much strength as this system moves through. Sunday we're looking at snow into Canyon City, looking at the 40s and then 30s by Tuesday, and then that system again moves back in, or I should say another system moves back in by Wednesday. Teller County, teens for overnight lows, really getting a bit chilly there and having trouble breaking out of the 30s pretty much all week. So beginning to look a little bit more like Christmas outside, I suppose, but at least the good news is this first little bout of snow or significant snow isn't lasting too terribly long.
Yeah, and it's not that Albuquerque low either.
Exactly, yeah. Thank goodness for the northerly winds.
Yeah,
right,
right,
exactly.
That's what I always say. Well, coming up in sports.